Welcome to Palmerston North, a vibrant city nestled in the heart of New Zealand's lower North Island. Today, we're setting off on a scenic drive that blends progress, nature, and innovation, a journey from the heart of the city to the heights of Te Ahu Wind Farm. As we roll out of the city streets, the landscape begins to change. The hum of urban life fades, replaced by open skies, distant ranges, and the call of adventure. This route takes us through the brand new Te Ahu Turanga, Manawatū Tararua Highway, one of the country's most ambitious infrastructure projects, a road that reconnects communities once divided by the closure of the old Manawatū Gorge. From here, we'll experience the transformation of travel, crossing newly built bridges, winding through fresh cuttings in the Ruahine Ranges, and gliding over a corridor that represents the very best of modern Kiwi engineering. Along the way, we'll explore the fascinating story behind this project, the innovation that shaped it, the care taken to protect the land, and the people who made it possible. And at the end of this journey, our reward awaits, the Te Ahu Wind Farm, standing tall above the gorge, where the power of nature meets the promise of renewable energy. As we leave the heart of Palmerston City, the journey begins through a patchwork of welcoming neighborhoods, places where everyday life meets the open road. We pass through Terrace End, with its leafy streets and classic villas, then glide past Ashurst, a charming township that sits right on the edge of the Ruahine Ranges. Hey, cafes buzz with locals, cyclists share the road, and the pace of city life begins to soften. On either side, wide paddocks open up, dotted with grazing sheep and the occasional cluster of native trees. The Manawatu River meanders close by, glinting in the sunlight as we follow its curves toward the new highway. It's a drive that reveals the beauty of transition, from the structured rhythm of the city to the vast calm of the countryside, where wind and hills begin to take over the horizon. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride as we leave Palmerston City behind and journey into a place where technology, culture, and landscape unite. The road to Te Ahu. As we go, here's an interesting fact about this journey. The Te Ahu Turanga, Manawatū Tararua Highway isn't just a new road through the hills. It's a symbol of how New Zealand can build with nature, not against it. This project is one of the country's most environmentally conscious, with more than 5 million native trees and plants being reintroduced along the route, one of the largest revegetation efforts ever undertaken. From Hardy Manuka and Kanuka to tall Rimu and Kahikatea, each species was carefully chosen to thrive in its setting and help restore native bird life like tui and koreu. It's not just a highway, it's a living corridor of regeneration. Engineers and environmental scientists work together to ensure the design followed the contours of the land. Using detailed 3D mapping of the Ruahine Ranges, they shaped every curve and bridge to fit naturally with the terrain. This reduced earthworks, erosion, and disruption to waterways, creating a highway that feels like it belongs to the landscape itself. Equally important is a partnership with local iwi, Rangite no Manawatu, Ngati Kahungunu, and Ngati Raukawa, whose knowledge of the Wenua guided key design decisions. The name Te Ahu Turanga honors the ancestor Turanga and the connections between iwi on both sides of the ranges. So as you travel this road, take a moment to notice how seamlessly it moves with the land. Every bend, bridge, and valley tells a story of innovation, respect, and collaboration. Te Ahu Turanga isn't just a road. It's a testament to progress that protects, restores, and honors the land it crosses. As we leave Palmerston North behind, the road begins to open up, offering wide vistas of the rolling Manawatu countryside. Freshly built lanes glide beneath us. This is a brand new Te Ahu Turanga, Manawatū Tararua Highway, a marvel of modern engineering that officially replaced the old gorge route. The original Manawatū Gorge Road was once a lifeline between regions, but after massive slips in 2017, it was deemed too unstable. Now, years later, this highway stands as a testament to Kiwi resilience, a new connection through the Ruahine Ranges, built not just for vehicles, but for the future of transport in New Zealand. Listen to the hum of the tires as we curve through the first section. Every turn tells a story of engineers, kaitiaki, and communities working together to reconnect two sides of a mountain. The highway stretches over 11.5 kilometers, weaving through lush valleys and steep ridges, linking Ashurst to Woodville with a route that's safer, smoother, and stunningly scenic. Already, you can feel that sense of purpose in the road, a project built not to conquer nature, but to live in balance with it. Now we begin to climb. The new highway threads through the Ruahine Ranges, a dramatic landscape shaped by wind, rain, and time itself. To drive here is to experience the art of engineering meeting the power of geology. This project involved millions of cubic meters of earthworks, carefully sculpted to fit the land rather than fight against it. Over 5 million native plants are being planted to restore and protect the slopes, turning every roadside cut and embankment into living green sculpture. Look ahead. The terrain dips and rises as we approach the first of 4 massive bridges. Each structure spans deep valleys and waterways, designed to blend into the environment while standing strong against earthquakes, floods, and the relentless Manawatu winds. The largest, known as a Te Ahu Viaduct, stretches gracefully above the gorge, soaring more than 300 meters across. From below, it looks like a silver ribbon threading through the forest. From above, like a pathway to clouds. This entire project is more than concrete and steel. It's a story of collaboration between local iwi engineers and environmental experts. Cultural values guided the design from the beginning, ensuring that every bridge, every name, and every curve reflects the spirit of Te Ahu Turanga, the meeting place of people and land. At this Te Ahu scenic lookout, the view opens up like a painting come to life. From here, you can see the full sweep of the Manawatū Gorge, carved over millions of years by the powerful river below. The new highway curves gracefully through the ranges in the distance, while the wind turbines of Te Ahu stand tall and silent on the ridgelines, turning steadily in the breeze. On clear days, the horizon stretches all the way to the Tararua Ranges, their peaks dusted with cloud. It's a perfect place to pause, take a breath, and listen. The sound of the wind here is constant, a reminder of the natural force that drives both the turbines and the spirit of this land. From this vantage point, you can truly appreciate how engineering and environment come together in harmony, a balance of power, beauty, and purpose. As the highway carved its way through the Ruahine Ranges, it's hard not to be awed by the scale of what it took to make this road possible. To form a safe and stable route, engineers had to cut deep into the mountains, creating enormous terraces and slopes carefully shaped to follow the land's natural contours. More than 6 million cubic meters of earth and rock were excavated and relocated during construction, making it one of the largest earthwork operations ever undertaken in New Zealand. Each cut was meticulously designed to balance the forces of gravity, rainfall, and wind that shaped these rugged hills. Advanced geotechnical modeling and 3D terrain mapping helped crews predict how the mountains would respond, allowing them to sculpt the road with precision. The cost of the project, around $620 million, reflects the complexity of working in such challenging terrain. Thousands of ground anchors, retaining walls, and drainage systems were installed to stabilize the slopes, while millions of tons of material were compacted to form the road's foundations. Even the sides of the cuts were engineered with care, reinforced with high-tensile mesh, rock bolts, and layers of vegetation to blend back into the landscape. Standing here, surrounded by these man-made cliffs and natural ridges, you can truly see the meeting of art and science. a road carved not just through rock, but through the heart of Ichiro's most resilient land. And there it is, rising from the hills like sentinels of the sky, the Te Ahu wind farm. 55 towering turbines stretch across the ridgelines, capturing the fierce, steady winds that sweep through the Manawatū Gorge. Operated by Mercury Energy, Te Ahu was New Zealand's first large-scale wind farm, completed in 2004. Back then, it was a bold step into the renewable energy era. Today, it remains a shining example of how far we've come and how far we can go. Each turbine stands nearly 70 meters tall, with blades spanning over 35 meters. Together, they generate enough clean electricity to power around 45,000 homes every year. That's the equivalent of powering every house in Palmerston North, purely from the breath of the wind. The site was chosen for consistent airflow. The Manawatu winds are among the strongest in the southern hemisphere. On a breezy day, you can hear the faint whoosh of the blades as they tang, perfectly synchronized with the rhythm of the landscape. It's more than an energy project. It's a vision of sustainability, standing proudly above the gorge as a beacon for a greener future. After the heavy machinery moved out and the dust settled, the real transformation began, bringing the mountains back to life. More than 5 million native plants and trees are being planted along the slopes and cuttings, making this one of the largest ecological restoration projects in New Zealand history. Every hillside that was reshaped for the highway is now being cloaked again in green, with species like manuka, kanuka, flax, and native ferns carefully chosen to stabilize the soil and restore natural habitats. The project team worked closely with local iwi and environmental experts to ensure that cultural and ecological values were honored. Wetland areas were re-established to filter stormwater naturally, and wildlife corridors were built to allow birds, lizards, and insects to safely return. Even the steepest rock faces were given life, with hydro-seeding and soil matting encouraging vegetation to take root where it once seemed impossible. Today, when you drive through these cuts in the mountains, it's easy to forget how recently they were carved. The forest is already growing back, and in a few short years, these slopes will look as though the road has always belonged here, a living highway where human ingenuity and nature's resilience meet in perfect balance. As we head back along the new highway, take a moment to reflect on what this journey represents. This is more than a drive. It's a living story of progress. From the ashes of collapsed Gorge Road rose a new route, built with care for the land, guided by the wisdom of iwi, and shaped by the hands of hundreds of New Zealanders. Every kilometer carries a spirit of connection between people and nature, past and future, energy and innovation. The Te Ahu Turanga, Manawatū Tararua Highway is not just a transport corridor, it's a declaration of what's possible when sustainability and design go hand in hand. And at the end of it, the Te Ahu wind farm stands tall, a reminder that the future is already spinning, high above us, powered by the same wind that has shaped these valleys for centuries. As the turbines fade in the rearview mirror, the message remains clear. The path forward is one of balance, respect, and endless possibility. This road doesn't just take us to a destination, it takes us into the future.